Today on Rock the Park,
Bear.
they're among the biggest carnivores on the American continent.
We've got a big grizzly bear.
They've given us some of our most exciting
We got a bear walking right towards us.
and scariest moments in the wild.
These are the moments when the hairs on your neck stand straight up.
We're revisiting our top 10 bear encounters.
Oh my gosh, guys, hurry up, we gotta go. There's a bear that's really close to us.
And it all starts right now.
I'm Jack Stewart.
This is the real deal.
And I'm Colton Smith.
These are mountains!
We've been buddies for years, always in search of the next adventure.
Dude, what was that? We share a passion for our national parks and other wild places around the world.
Oh my God. Heading off the beaten path, pushing our limits, and experiencing nature's best kept secrets.
Here we go!
It's how we rock the park.
We get an adrenaline rush anytime we're heading into bear country, hoping we'll catch a glimpse of one while being on guard so we stay safe.
Hey, bear!
There are 3 species of bear in North America. Black bears, which can be black or brown, brown bears, which include grizzlies, and of course, polar bears.
We've seen them all, but when it comes to our top 10 favorite memories, we gotta start with our very first episode.
We were in Katmai National Park in Alaska, home to the largest population of brown bears on the planet.
In summer and fall, there's always a crowd of them at Brooks Falls, and they're always fishing.
To be this close to these bears that are 3 times bigger than anything I've ever seen before is unbelievable.
In a yearly ritual, more than 1 million salmon return from the sea and swim up Brooks River to lay their eggs. When they run into the falls, the salmon heroically try to jump up and over them, only to be greeted by hungry bears.
And the same bears return every year.
Down there, we've got Otis. And I asked how long Otis will wait for salmon. And sometimes he'll sit there for 18 hours and just try to catch as many as he can.
Oh,
Otis got one. He finally did it.
Kind of amazing how these bears can anchor themselves on the top of a waterfall like that. I'm sure if we were stepping on that, you'd easily get carried downriver. And they're basically waiting for the salmon to jump up so it can cross over the falls and keep going upstream to spawn.
Patience and skill pay off for these bears who fish at the top of the falls. They score the most spectacular catch of the day.
Ooh,
All right.
you got one, yeah.
All bears bulk up for one reason, to pack on the extra 300 to 400 pounds so that they can survive the 6 months of hibernation.
These guys will sit there and eat up to 30 salmon per day. A salmon weighs 4 pounds. It's 120 pounds of food these guys will demolish. This is 10 times more amazing than any amusement park you're ever gonna go to.
All right, here we go. Excellent.
Katmai is one of those places where bears and humans need to coexist.
But bears generally avoid humans as long as they're given the right of way.
Sometimes that can get a little tricky, and you always need to be on your toes.
So from Brooks Lodge, you have to go across the river in order to get to the falls. Now, we're trying to make our way there, but we keep running into bear jams.
Oh yeah, there's 2 right here.
I see.
Kind of running.
The bears always have the right of way in Katmai, and right now, a few younger bears are strolling through camp on the way to the river.
Katmai has rangers in strategic points to make sure that bears and humans aren't getting too close. So they've got a ranger on the bridge and they've got one right by the lodge. They're communicating right now to let us know when it's clear for us to go towards the bridge.
All right, the bridge is open. We have our clearing.
In Katmai, people love to take pictures of the bears, but the rangers always warn people to stay at least 50 yards away.
But sometimes it's the bears that break the rules.
We got a bear walking right towards us.
We were on the Pacific coast of Katmai in Hallow Bay when a huge bear came out of nowhere and decided to check us out.
Brad has gathered us all together, and we're staying as a tight group. This is a big bear. This is a small bear. So we're gonna stay put. We're not gonna make sudden movements. And we're not gonna talk loud. Basically, even when you see the bear move out of the way, you don't want to initially just go right back to what you're doing. Just give it a little space and look at the mountains for a little bit.
That encounter went well because the bear clearly didn't feel threatened, but bear attacks can happen if the animal is taken by surprise.
Or in the case of a mother bear who will go to any extreme to protect her cubs. Watching a mother caring for her cubs is a beautiful sight, as long as you maintain a lot of distance like we did in Hudson Bay.
Just up off the beach in the tall green grass, you'll see a brown dot. That's a sow with 2 yearling cubs.
Oh, yep, we got a bear though. We got a few bears.
This is where all the food's concentrated. You got fish, you got clams out on the tidal flats, and you got some very nutritious vegetation that they eat that grows right along the coastal zone. So she's got to come feed herself and start teaching the cubs which foods to eat for themselves.
These little guys go from being able to fit in the palm of your hand to a 1,000-pound eating machine.
They do.
That's a lot of clams.
A lot of clams and a lot of salmon.
Look at those cubs. I know. She's stopping it. Come on. If you want to eat, you got to come with me.
They're raised solely by the mother. The mother cub bond there is extremely strong, and she'll fight to the death to protect them.
Hey, bear! Hey, bear!
That's why we do our best to announce ourselves loud and clear when hiking through bear country. But sometimes we get so busy looking for signs of bears, the bear sometimes surprises us.
That bear is a monster. So this thing's coming at us. What do we do?
We're back, counting down our top 10 bear encounters.
Even though it's a bad idea to get too close to any wild animal, we really did enjoy the black bears in Glacier National Park in Montana.
On this particular visit, we could see them very close up with no danger at all. That's thanks to Kate Kendall, who studies bear populations in Glacier National Park.
There are bears throughout Glacier National Park. I mean, there isn't any place that you go in the park that doesn't have grizzly bears and or black bears.
Kate and her team use remote cameras to study the bears, and the results are often hilarious. Oh yeah, nothing better than a good back scratch. A little bit higher on the right, there you go. Remote cameras capture a lot of great footage that would be impossible, not to mention dangerous, to see in person.
The big key is to not surprise them at close range. So if you're making noise, they'll get out of your way. Bears really do want to avoid people. What you don't want to do is run away, because that sparks kind of a automatic cat and mouse pouncing situation.
Bear! Hey, bear! Hey, bear! Hey, bear!
Bears are omnivores, which means they chow down on plants, nuts, berries, bugs, along with meat and fish.
Hiking through bear country, you have to be extra alert if you're near a potential food source, especially when you're in Alaska walking right next to a stream full of salmon.
We got so focused on looking for the signs of bears that we didn't even see the bear that was there all along.
Look at that. We stumbled across some brown bear tracks. These things are massive. I mean, look at this. This is pretty solid sand, and look how much it's sunken in like that.
That track goes roughly about 8.5 inches wide, which translates into about an 8.5 foot long bear from nose to tail. And actually, if we look over our shoulder, we can see a bear.
Whoa, wow, okay.
Wow. That looks like it's about an 8.5 foot long bear. That is a big bear, and he seems to be coming our way.
So if everybody just wants to stay with me, we'll just walk right on up here and give the right of way to the bear.
Wow. That bear is a monster.
Ooh, and it's changing course.
So we got to be really on our toes. This is nuts. And so right now we're just trying to remain calm, show the bear we don't mean it any harm, and we're just here to visit and observe him.
After more than a half hour, the bear seems to lose interest in eating and detours into the brush.
It's gonna go find a shady area to take a nap, digest its food, come back out and eat some more.
Alaskan brown bears are big, but the biggest bear on Earth is the polar bear. Males can weigh up to 1,700 pounds.
In the winter months, they're found in the polar regions of North America, but in summertime, they go down to Churchill, Manitoba in Canada.
Don't walk in this area. It's literally saying, it is not safe to take a nice stroll by the beach.
I gotta tell you, this town gives me the creeps in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Churchill is on the western shore of Hudson Bay. After spending the winter hunting seals on the ice, hundreds of polar bears move inland for the summer. And that's when the Polar Bear Alert Patrol kicks into high gear to keep residents and bears safe.
So what happens if you have a bear coming through town and somebody calls you?
One of the bigger methods that we use is hazing. What that is, we're using the horns on our truck, the sirens, lights. We want to move them to the north because more often than not, that's where they're headed anyways. And if we can get that bear off land, across the river, we never have to really deal with that bear again.
Can you slow down one sec, Jet?
Sure.
I see one.
Where?
Right at our 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a bear.
Yeah.
Where?
Okay, so he's just a white dot. He's way out there. He's on the coastline.
After a quick check to make sure there aren't any other bears nearby, Jeff leads us out for a better look.
Okay, see him? He's right.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the water.
Yeah, he's right over there.
Oh, he's swimming around.
So congratulations, you saw your first polar bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
There you go.
man.
So at this time of year in July, like I said, they're gonna be along the coast here, and what he's doing is he's trying to keep cool and kind of just sitting in the water, and he's just trying to get away from the bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I mean, that is such a majestic creature, and to get to observe it in its natural habitat is truly an incredible and unique experience.
Yeah.
The dream has been fulfilled. I saw a polar bear.
Polar bears may be the largest land carnivores on Earth, but some of our most hair-raising encounters have been with grizzlies.
Bear, 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 bear.
We've got a bear. He's right on the road.
The countdown continues of our top 10 bear encounters. They're not the heaviest or the biggest, but the bear that looms large in America's imagination is the grizzly.
Grizzlies and brown bears are the same species, but brown bears tend to be larger because they live by the coast and have access to high-protein foods like salmon and clams.
Grizzlies, on the other hand, live inland, and as we discovered in Denali National Park, are a bit smaller and a little bit hungrier. They forage for food like berries, roots, and grubs.
Oh, man! Is that Denali?
I think that is.
That's Denali! Oh, that's incredible.
This is summer in Alaska, and you can still see the road after 10 o'clock at night. We're pushing ourselves to reach a campsite when suddenly something stops us in our tracks.
Bear, 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 bear.
We've got a bear. He's really close to the road further up.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, that's a grizzly, man.
You sure?
Yep, you can see the hump.
He's right on the road.
This grizzly is a full-sized adult and probably 400 or 500 pounds.
It's about a mile up, but this guy would be a little too close for comfort if we were up there.
I am so glad that we saw him all the way over here.
Oh, me too.
We're gonna stay right here till this guy is clear from the road. Ultimately, it's one of those things. Bear's in your path, it's not your path anymore. He's walking now, but every so often, he'll stop down and he just starts tearing at the ground. He's digging for roots, digging for rodents.
Just trying to get his dinner.
But there's also a caribou that's a little bit up the riverbank. Oh man, they're close to each other. Oh my gosh. Oh, the caribou sees him too. The caribou sees him. They're like 100 yards away from one another and the bear is kind of coming right towards him.
Yeah, he's running.
Grizzlies can run up to 30 miles per hour. Right now, he's running away from us and towards the caribou.
Do you see him?
Yep, he's way up there.
So what we're gonna do is make our way up the road, keeping our eyes on him all the time, and always keeping a safe distance.
Slow and steady on this one.
The caribou got away, and we were able to continue our trip because we kept an eye on that grizzly.
You can never let your guard down in bear country. We and a whole bunch of hikers learned that the hard way in Glacier National Park.
Jack, come here now.
There's a bear a little bit down the hillside. He's kind of hiding in the brush right now. I think it's a black bear. I think if we continue up the trail, we're gonna stay at a safe distance, but we might be able to look down on top of him. There he is. Oh, yep, there he is.
Wow.
Oh, it's definitely a black bear. He's actually moving up the hillside towards us. So we're gonna wanna be careful here.
We're not moving any closer to him, that's for sure.
We wanted to see wildlife, but this bear is too close for comfort.
He's actually making his way up towards a big group of people over there.
This is a pretty scary situation because these people are up there, they don't even notice him yet, and he's moving straight for him, and he's not veering off at all.
Our instinct is to yell and warn these hikers, but sudden loud noises and movement could provoke the bear and make the situation worse.
This is something that you don't want to have happen. Literally, the people right now are blocking this bear's path.
Oh my gosh. Get out your bear spray right now.
Eventually, the bear passes within just a few feet of the unwary hikers and luckily keeps on going.
That was
crazy.
Yeah, that was an incredibly close call. When you're on the trail, you have to yield to the bear. Luckily, everybody did get out of the way, and all this guy was trying to do the whole time was just get past the path and up to the mountains.
Definitely is a reminder that we're in the wilderness and this is bear country. This is not our home, this is theirs.
But even when taking every precaution, you can suddenly find a grizzly bear too close for comfort.
Oh my gosh, guys, hurry up, we gotta go. There's a bear that's really close to us. Whoa, oh wow.
We've encountered dozens of bears over the years, and each experience was incredibly special. But I have to say, our most intense encounter with a bear happened in Glacier National Park.
We were hiking a trail, checking out the sights, and then suddenly realized that we had a grizzly walking right alongside of us. Oh my gosh, guys, hurry up, we gotta go. There's a bear that's really close to us. Whoa, oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Are you rolling? Okay. Okay. All right, so we have a grizzly bear. We've got a big grizzly bear.
He's probably 300, 400 pounds?
Yeah,
maybe bigger.
Maybe
He might
even
be like
bigger.
600.
He could be 500 to 600 pounds.
What's cool about this grizzly is he's got the really light brown coat that makes him look like one of the brown bears up in Alaska. Here he comes, right down there. Hey, bear! Trying to shy him away from the trail.
Hey.
Wow. Look at how his coat just shines.
Oh my
Man.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, is that cool? Now, he's gone back into the brush somewhere, but we know that he is incredibly close by. I have to say, we've been to Glacier so many times, and I've never seen a grizzly that close.
But with bears, out of sight does not mean gone away.
Just coming up the trail, bear. Hey, bear.
Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is.
These are the moments when the hairs on your neck stand straight up.
We found our friend again, and we were right. He is basically following us right on the trail.
And he's fully aware of our presence. He's kind of going about his business and then just going. We've got our bear spray ready in case he decides to come any closer, but he seems more interested in looking for moths or berries down by the creek.
Man, I'm blown away right now.
That is the ultimate experience here in Glacier. In any wilderness, encountering bears is an unforgettable experience. By following a few simple rules,
Hey, bear.
making your presence known, never getting too close, and never trying to feed them, people can stay safe and make memories that last a lifetime. And remember,
Hey, if we can do it, so can you.
So the next chance you get, go out and rock the park.